Okay, I think I'm live. I don't know. Let me catch up with my YouTube and get that muted so I can see chat. All right. Uh, I think it's all working. Can you hear me? I believe this is on. Is this on? Are we working? Yay! All right. Um, Thank you all for being here. We're just gonna get started. Mods, thank you guys so much because I'm nervous about tonight. I'm a little nervous. Some shit just went down, and it's directly related to all of this stuff. So we are going to get into that. I'm going to tell you a story tonight of what happened, and yeah, there's part of me that's like, don't be stupid, shut up. But I'm like, you know what? I'm out here now in my lion phase of life, and I'm taking no shit. If you're going to give me shit, you're going to end up on my live stream. All right? That's just it. I'm done. I am done taking people's shit. Right? Uh, However, I do have law enforcement aware of the situation because it's kind of big shit. So, yeah. But I'm going to tell you about it because this is the reality of dealing with this kind of crap. There is a reality to it, and it sucks. So, I'm here to shine light on it. We're going to shine light on all of it, even the stuff that is scary to me and actually happening to me right now. So that's how it's going to go. But I want to start with something really awesome. Okay. I had something really awesome today, and it made me really think about Lauren. I was, my husband gets one day off during the week, and when he gets his day off, I spend my day with him. We usually go out on an adventure. We'll go out to lunch or go shopping or try a new store, a new restaurant, or I, blink my eyes at him really fast till he buys me yarn, whatever we're going to do. But we usually spend 90% of the day outside, just driving around, looking at stuff, having a good time. That we like to do. We go adventuring. And we went adventuring today. And it was it was so much fun. The song "Swish Swish Bish" by Katy Perry came on the radio, and I cranked that. I don't care how embarrassing that is. I cranked that all the way up and sang it as loud as I could, and I was just in my moment. I was having a Katy Perry moment. The lyrics of that song are actually quite apropos of all this. So, it was kind of perfect. And then her song Roar came on after that. And I'm like, well, these are perfect songs for what I'm going through. And we're driving down the road. The sunroof is open. It's a beautiful day out. I'm singing my heart out. And my husband is just sitting there driving, giggling. He's like, I love seeing you like this, you know? And I was thinking, I don't think Lauren has moments like this with John. You're gonna hear some noises, people in and out. There's stuff going on. Sorry about that. Uh, but I looked at my husband. I said, "Do you think Lauren and John have moments like this, where they're just cruising out in the car, rocking out to songs, having a great time, just being next to each other? The only thing that matters is that we're there together." And in that moment, I felt so wealthy. Right? Money can't buy that. It can't. Only love can buy that. And it was like, man, I wish she could feel that, even for like 10 minutes driving down the road. It's such a powerful feeling. And it was just one of those. I'm really not taking any moments for granted in the last couple days. I'm really focused on what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what's happening around me, who is around me. And I'm seeing these joys in places that we might normally take for granted. So that was a moment of pure joy. The song lyrics really hit with me today. That's a great song. I wish I could just sing it and not get copyright struck because what a good song. Um, yeah, and it was just one of those days where I realized I had something that Lauren could never take away, and flying monkeys could never take away. These people, they can't touch me. I felt absolutely untouchable. Because whatever shenanigans they want to get up to on YouTube, whatever they want to call me, whatever stories they want to make up about me, knock your socks off. You can't touch me. Right? So it was a feeling of invincibility, and it felt really good. And that feeling was with me all day. And I get home, right? I moderated all the comments from the videos. And I'm like, oh, let me check my email, because I was actually looking for an email from Kresha, because I think we're doing a live tonight on her channel at 10. I'm not sure. I'm confused. But so I was checking my email to see if I had a response from her while I was out. And I see an email from someone. And I look at it and I do a double take. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, oh, just no. Right? And the subject line said, please read before you auto delete. And I'm like, if you got to put that in a subject line, why are you sending the damn email? Right? Have you ever had to put that in a subject line and send it to someone? Because in my brain, if I felt I had to write that in the subject line, I wouldn't have sent the email. So I'm like, all right, here we go, game time. Right? And I decided to open this email. I should have just thrown it in the garbage, but I have morbid curiosity. I cannot, I was like, ooh, this is going to be good. Right? So I open the email, and this email is from a woman who, to this day, stalks me everywhere I go on the internet. Everywhere I go on the internet, she pops up, and I'm like, God damn. I also have at least 6, 7 police reports filed from her over the years. There's a whole big backstory we're going to get into, but that's who the email is from. So certainly my reaction was like, not today, Satan. Okay. But the email starts out with, Awen, hi. I thought that we had put all the past behind us in the past. But I guess not, because I'm still blocked on your Twitter and your YouTube. I'm like, of course you're blocked. What like, dude? Of course you're blocked. You will always be blocked until the day I die. You're going to be blocked. Deal with it. You bought that. Okay. You bought your blocks. And I'm like, it's like, but I'm so proud of you for coming back. You're doing so good standing up against Lauren. I was like, oh, your boss? Oh, what? Okay. And it's just this. The entire thing is a masterclass in gaslighting and manipulation, right? And she tells on herself just in the first part of the email. Please read before auto deleting. Okay, so I have a boundary in place. You're not supposed to be emailing me, but you're doing it anyway. Okay, so you're conscious of that, or you wouldn't have put that in the subject line. And then you turn around and your first line is acting, you're so confused as to why you're still blocked on my social media because you thought we put the past behind us. Obviously, you didn't think that, or you wouldn't have put that in the subject line. So, right there, you're playing some kind of freaking psychological game with me, or trying to, because it's not going to work. um, and I'm reading this email like, oh, dear Lord, how did I summon this one? What did I do? I haven't been lighting the cauldron lately. How did this happen? And so, of course, I print it out. I call my cybercrimes detective dude and do what I got to do. Right, here's another email. Here's happening again. She's starting. Excuse me, I have to cough. I should mute my mic before I do that. 1 second. These allergies are kicking my butt. All right, so yeah, this email. There are a few times in life when I'm really at a loss for words. I was at a loss for words when I opened that email. And of course, my initial reaction is just to reply with, not today, Satan, in giant letters. I was like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. And then I said, okay, I'm just going to reply with, ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. in giant letters. Like, no, don't do that. Stop it. Right. So I stopped myself because you're not supposed to do that. Um, but I'm like, just all right. How do you deal with this? And this is something that I want to talk about because this is a big problem. This person, right? When you're dealing with someone like this who just will not go away, absolute persistent cyber stalker, uh, with police records to verify that, not making it up, um, you have to figure out how you're going to deal with them. All right, because if I ignore her, right, which is the general advice that you'll be given from cybercrimes detectives, ignore it, block it, don't answer it, delete it, whatever. Okay, fine, I could do that. She's going to escalate every 12 hours or so until she gets my attention. Well, how can she escalate if she can't email you, you ask? This woman has so many different accounts. I can't keep track of them all. Okay, she's got a ton of Twitter. I'm sure she follows me on probably 20 accounts on Twitter. I just don't know they're her. I found a couple of them and got rid of them. But she makes new accounts like she breathes. All right. So you can't really, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't block by IP address. If you could, that would help. Although then you run into trouble with VPNs. But it's something that there's no way to really combat that. All right. And the woman is all over YouTube. Again, hundreds of accounts on you. I don't know hundreds, but she's got many, many accounts on YouTube. Makes new accounts, changes names of the accounts constantly. She even showed up in a live stream, not one I was doing, but one I was chatting in, using my real name. My real name is not Awen Reese. Okay. I don't use my real name on the internet for lots of reasons, this being one of them. Okay, but this woman had gotten so close to me that she was one of the very few people who knew my real name. All right. Uh, so yeah, if you're gonna make a YouTube account with my real name and show up to chat to scare me, you're a shit person. You are a shit human being. And yeah, that account was flagged and reported to my law enforcement. This is why I have so many reports with law enforcement about this woman, because she keeps doing this. She won't stop, right? Uh yeah, who has the time for that? Exactly. It takes a lot of time. But this woman is very old. I think she's what, 80 something years old. She's home all day. She doesn't drive, she doesn't go out. So she plays on the internet. And this is the game she plays. Right? This is her game. So I'm thinking if I ignore her, which is common, normal advice that you would tell anyone, she's just going to escalate. I'm sure she's here in chat right now. I'm sure she is because she mentioned watching my other stuff. So she's here somewhere. Uh, Probably won't be able to tell because I'm sure she knows now that I'm onto her. Hello. Hi, I would say your name, but I'm not a piece of shit human like you are. All right, so I'm not saying your real name. Don't push me because I will. Uh, I also have your new IP address. Thanks for the email. Dumbass. But that's what so she's going to escalate. She's going to create a new account, show up in the live stream, cause some trouble, try to act like a really good friend, and try to weasel her way back into my life. And when I said the other day that one of the reasons or one of the things that I have to deal with for the rest of my life online is never making another friend from the internet. And this woman is why. She was one of Lord Matthias's nasty little minion flying monkey things. Uh, yeah, Joe P.A.'s. My mods are people I actually know. All right. Anyone that you see with a wrench in my chat is someone that I personally know. I learn to speak. I personally talk to. I know for sure that they are not this person. Okay, so you can trust the mods. But that's why when people email me, "Hey, Eamon, I'll be a mod for you." I'm like, "Yeah, nope, bye." Mm-mm, mm-mm. If I don't know them and I don't have any history with them, I can't. I cannot trust it, right? And I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be snotty or anything, saying, I don't want any friends. It's that I can't do it because any of them could be this woman or her little friends. She has some little friends too. So she's not just trawling around by herself. Uh, and that's, I mean, how do you deal with that? Most people don't live like that. You know, you don't live thinking everyone you meet on the internet is one of these crazy, creepy stalkers. I am so cold. I'm shivering. Oh, it turned cold here very quickly. It was 90 last week. It was 40 today. I'm freezing to death. Sorry. Yeah, I can't ignore her because she's just going to escalate. Right. And it'll take a while for me to be able to see her because she'll escalate very slowly. She's very good at this game she plays. All right. She's good at it. I'm better, but she's good at it. So I will have to watch very carefully. She has certain when people type, it's very hard to type in a style that's not yours, and it becomes very obvious. So if I watch enough chat and watch enough comments, eventually I will find her again. But I don't got time for that. I have stuff to do. Not in the mood for this crap. All right, so ignoring her just means it's going to escalate slowly over time, and I'm going to have to be hyper vigilant. I'm going to have to find her and weed her out and get her new IP address, tell the detective, blah, 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 blah. And we're talking 6 months worth of crap and paranoia. I don't need that. So I said, all right, I don't want to ignore her. I don't want to email her back something like, not today, Satan. This is the type of woman who, when you piss her off, she goes nuclear. Right? So, that's obviously not the desired outcome. What I could have done is played her game. I could have emailed her back and be like, oh, man, I'm so glad to hear from you. Wow, I hope you've been well. How are you doing? Hey, let's talk. It's been so long. Right? Called her up. I have a burner phone. I could have called her from the burner phone and said, hi, let's talk. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice, blah, blah, blah. I could have played that game and lulled her into happy land, right? Because what does she want? She wants to be back in my orbit. She wants to be a moderator again. She wants to be like, I'm a mod for Eamon Reese. Because she used to say that all like, what does that do for you? You're a moderator on some tiny little YouTube channel in some little corner of the internet. That's not a big social thing. But to her, that was a huge deal. So I could have lured her back in and kept her happy. All right. And I thought about that. I really did think about doing that. Uh, Feeding it probably would have beat the shit out of me if I did that. Rightly so. But I did consider it because that's the path of least resistance. Okay, it would have been the easier path, right? But it would only been easy for a short time because when she was in my orbit many years ago, it was constant neediness. It was attention seeking to the point where if I didn't answer a message in Discord within like 10 seconds of her putting it in there, she would actually throw a fit. Why aren't you talking to me? You must be mad at me. You don't like me anymore. I'm like, for crying out loud, I was going pee. Can I go pee? But no, I could not go pee when she was around. All right. And I had to be in voice with her like all day long. And if I wanted to go in voice with somebody else and have a private conversation, she would have another wobbler. And it was just unending neediness. All right. I can't, yeah, absolute basket case syndrome. And we even made her her own channel, crazy so and so's channel, because she knew she was crazy. And I'm like, I'm going to give you a channel where you can go yell and vent all by yourself. Just go leave me alone. Right. So I tried to moderate that as best I could back then. And it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. And once the Lauren Matthias stuff all started breaking and all that garbage, of course she picked the opposition and went over with them and started going around saying every nasty thing in the book you can imagine about me and trying to prove to everybody that I was this terrible person and I was doing these terrible things. And I was like, oh, there she goes again. I just roll my eyes, whatever, just go play. Um, and then even after I left YouTube, right? I stopped chatting. I didn't do anything on social media. That was it. It was gone, silent. She would still pop up talking about me. The last time I saw her in a chat talking about me was like 6 months ago. I had zero contact with her for 4 years. Okay? I mean, geez Louise. Um, it's mind-blowing. I don't understand that level of obsession. It's scary. All right? It's scary. A lot of things happened with this woman. Hold on. Has emailed me a long message including screenshots from that timeline. I read a little, not sure if she's expecting me to present her side. Why not back then? Would have helped me then. Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole another story. Yeah. Well, that's gonna rear its ugly head too. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. But back to this woman. I need to give her a name so I don't accidentally say I'm gonna say Gertrude. Okay, let's call her Gertrude. Um, way back in the day, Gertrude, uh, she plays the role of this sweet little old granny. That's her shtick. I'm just a sweet little old granny. Oh, I'll do anything for you. Can I have a wrench? Can I be mad? Can I be mad? Ha ha ha. Can I? Can I? Can I? It's like, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody ever likes me. So she plays the very sweet, sad granny, constantly asking for power. And when you say no, she pouts, right? So little by little, I kind of gave in to Gertrude and eventually let her be a mod. And the first live stream I had, she must have blocked like 50% of the chat. I was like, what are you doing? Right. Back then, I didn't block people. We'd give them a timeout or something, or say, please, let's not say stuff like that in chat. Um, but she was just like blocking everybody up in here. And I called her out. I'm like, Gertrude, what are you doing? Could you please? Oh, Kresha, this is the person you know. You know, Gertrude. Remember when we talked the other night? I said, "Is that person still around you?" And you're like, "Oh no, that's who I'm talking about." That's who I got the email from tonight. Yeah, Kresha also has had a lovely experience with Gertrude. All right, so do not ever let Gertrude have a wrench on your channel because she went absolutely mental. First, she starts not just deleting posts, but actually banning people out of chat. And when I told her, I was like, "Can you stop? Stop banning people." "Oh, sorry, it's just my tablet. It just slipped. He he he." No, you have to hit several things in order to block someone. You don't just slip and accidentally touch your tablet and block someone. It doesn't happen that way. Nice try. So I removed her wrench. Obviously, I can't have someone blocking half my chat. Uh, and she went nuclear. Absolutely stark raving mental. You hate me. Blah, 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 blah. Just absolutely off the wall. And I'm like, honey, no, I asked you to stop blocking people, and you didn't. If you kept dropping your tablet, at that point, you should have put it down. You would think. So I had no choice but to remove her wrench because obviously, but all of a sudden I became the most evil person in the world because I was so mean to her. I wouldn't let her have a wrench because I didn't like her, and she did nothing but help me, and she was so nice to me. And how could I mean, you can hear it in your head, right? That kind of diatribe, and I'm like, dude, I just want you to stop blocking people. That's all. Eventually, she got over that, but every tiny perceived slight ended up in a nuclear meltdown. And it was nightmarish. It was nightmarish. I couldn't make it stop. I couldn't stop her. I couldn't talk her down from it. And I couldn't deal with it. So once she hopped ship to the Matthias side of the world and all of that, that's when she just got nasty. Absolutely nasty. Uh, there were her, and she actually had a friend who I'll call Hildegard. Gertrude's friend Hildegard, who was another basket case, who actually tried to fake her own death because turns out she was in love with me and wanted me to leave my husband for her. Uh, I don't know how we got from A to B on that. I don't. I can't explain it to you. That's just what happened. There's no explanation for it. But that was Hildegard and Gertrude. These two were off on this adventure to destroy me, and so they started swapping passwords and stuff for their Discord accounts and this like that. And so Gertrude would go on pretending to be Hildegard. Hildegard would go on pretending to be uh, Gertrude. And oh, Lord, Lord, it got to where me and the other mods would just be like, wow, this is a show, right? And it was nuts, absolutely stark raving nuts. And they followed me all over the internet. Now, this is what I would call cyber stalking. All right, it's not real world stuff, not exactly. Had the potential to be a little real world, but it was primarily confined to the internet. So, all right, I can cope with that. They would start trying to log into my accounts, right? So I'll get an email from Facebook. Oh, login attempt failed. Do you wish to reset your password? Or password reset request code. Here's your code from Facebook or YouTube or Gmail or Twitter or every single account I had anywhere on the damn planet. I started getting these emails 2 or 3 times a day on every stinking account. And I'm like, for the love of God. Of course, you have to click it every time. No, I did not request this. No, I did not want to change my password. No, I didn't sign up for that account. No, and I'm like, I got other things to do. So the report went into my uh, cybercrimes detective. They ran the IP. They traced down because Facebook will tell you the IP of the origin of the password change request. So they got all that and they've got it in the report. It was both of them, right? Not just Gertrude. It was Gertrude and Hildegard both doing it. And to this day, at least 2 or 3 times a week, I get password request forms from Twitter and Facebook and Gmail. It's like, okay, she's 80 years old. She's got to go someday. It'll stop eventually, right? Maybe. So yeah, I had to call my buddy again and say, hey, I got to make another report. And he's like, okay, send me the email. There you go. You know, uh, but these are the people that come at you when they think they're righteous in doing so because someone else made up a lie about you. Right? And one thing I did want to say, and I'm just going to say it now before I forget because I will forget. I hope and I pray that nobody that is here in support of me is going around attacking Lauren Matthias or going to other YouTube channels and leaving nasty comments for my sake. Please don't do that. That's what we're fighting against. All right. So we certainly can't engage in that behavior. If you see people saying horrible things about me, just let them. I don't care. I don't care. Any of them could come out right now and start saying, well, 5 years ago, Awen was a secret counsel for the defense and she testified, but it was hidden behind scenes. They could come up with the craziest shit ever. I don't care. Right? It's giving them something to do. I mean, how does it affect my life? It really doesn't. I don't have a boss, okay? Unless you want to start taking on astrophysicists at NASA JPL, try it. Um, I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone I report to. So you're not going to get me fired. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can scream about me into the void all you want, but I'm going to turn it off. and I'm going to go out on an outing with my husband and have a really great frickin' day. You should see the haul I got at Trader Joe's today, by the way. Whew, that was fun. Uh, and see, here's another thing. While we were at Trader Joe's, I said, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to do a YouTube short about our little shop at Trader Joe's? Because they have some cool stuff." I love watching those videos. I watch Trader Joe videos like every day to see all the new stuff because I don't want to miss anything, right? So wouldn't it have been fun to make my own, right? I would love to make my own Trader Joe's thing. Um, but I said, wait a minute. I can't do that because one of these fuckers is going to get that video and figure out where I am. They'll find a street sign or look at somebody's license plate or something in the video will clue them into where I am. Huh. I better not do that. I better not do that. That sucks. That sucks. All right. And then yesterday someone said, can you put some cat pictures up? Because I do cat rescues. Usually kittens, neonatal. I said prenatal. That was ridiculous. You can't rescue a prenatal cat. A neonatal kitten that are strays, and we foster them until they're healthy enough to be rehomed. And people want to see pictures. Who doesn't love a kitten, right? I have so many kittens, thousands and thousands of kitten pictures. But then I said, wait a minute. I'm not going to put those up because those show the inside of my house. Now, granted, you can't look inside my house and know where I live, but I don't want people knowing details of my house. I don't, because I don't trust these fuckers. Right? So here I'm thinking, I can't put up a picture of the inside of my house because I don't trust them. Can't put up pictures of my cats, not that they'd ever see them or whatever, but no. Can't do a Trader Joe shop because they'll figure out where I am. Right? And that's not me just being paranoid. That's me dealing with people like Gertrude and Hildegard for 4.5 frickin' years. Do you see? This is one of the ramifications of one person, Lauren Matthias, going out and saying all kinds of nasty lies about somebody to make people really, really mad at them and literally make people hate me. That I still deal with 4 years later, even though I got up and walked away. I did the right thing. I do what all the experts tell you. I do what the cybercrimes cop told me to do. Walk away. Turn it off. Okay, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. What good did it do me? They're still talking about me. They still cannot get over me. Right? I mean, good grief. Good grief. And seeing that person email me today was like, oh, come on. Come on. Tracy, disengage. That's exactly what I did. I left a good YouTube channel. It was growing. I was starting to make some money. Like, wow. It was actually really becoming a thing. I up and walked away from it. I walked away from all of my online friendships because I didn't want them to get the blowback. I walked away from all of that stuff because that's what you're supposed to do to stop the bad people. It didn't stop the bad people. It just stopped me having to deal with it, which was nice. Granted, there's something to be said for walking away. I had 4 really peaceful years, all right, where I didn't have to deal with them or think about them, except Gertrude, really. Gertrude just won't go away. But I did the right thing, and I'm still here dealing with it. And I'm like, all right. When I thought about it today, I said, if back to where I was talking about like a half an hour ago, my options of responding to that email or not. Not responding is the sage advice. Ignore it. She'll go away. But no, she won't. I know for a fact this one won't go away. Most people will go away. This one will not go away. She'll escalate and escalate until she gets my attention again. All right. You got it now. You got it now. Or I could respond with "not today, Satan" or something, and pissed her off. right? Which pissing her off will make her go nuclear. And my husband said, well, if she goes nuclear, at least we'll get her faster. We'll get to the end faster. I was like, oh, that's a good thought. That's actually not a bad thought because instead of going through 6 to 8 months of her escalating little by little until I finally find her, she finally does something actionable, let's just piss her off. Get her to do it now. So we don't have to wait 6 months. We can just get it taken care of. I'm like, that's kind of genius. That's kind of genius. Of course, I just gave away my plan. So now she knows. Oh, well. Uh, we'll see what happens. Oh, man. So, uh, Little Whiskers just said, it looks like your comeback has brought an army in to defend you. You know what? That's why I'm doing this right now, right? Because I'm going to be so out there, uh, that it's like, what are you going to do? And even today, what I felt like today was standing up with my arms folded and being like, are you in my situation? You've been hurt by the Matthias crap. You got stalkers. You got cyber stalkers. You got bullies. Get behind me. We're going in. you know, that's just kind of, I'm like, all right, you guys want to fight so bad. Let's do it. Let's bring it. What you got? What you got? You got nasty words? That's not working. You got all this cyber hacking garbage. All right, I have someone on the case watching my internet. Okay, so my internet issues a report every night of IP addresses that have come into the system or into my certain websites and things like that. So go ahead, knock your socks off, please, make my life a little easier. But what are you going to do? You're not going to hurt me emotionally or physically. You're not going to break me mentally. You tried that before, and I'm back now. You tried it. You didn't win then. You are not going to win now. Bullies, it is your time to stand down because we're done. We're done with you. We're done with you. Okay. This is the true crime community. How far do you think you can push the true crime community before they're like, stop? I think that's exactly what we're seeing right now is stop. Is the community saying enough is freaking enough. All right. So yeah, that's my story for today. I could tell you some stories about Gertrude and Hildegard that would blow your mind, but certainly the best one was Hildegard faking her own death. And she didn't just fake her own death. She faked her wife faking her own death. Does that make sense? She pretended that her wife was pretending to be her, faking her death, even though it was her doing it. I mean, I don't even know if I can explain how crazy that was. That was insane. I mean, like, wow. Okay. All right. But these are the kind of people that start off as gentle little flying monkeys. Gentle little flying monkeys. Uh, it's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, I um question in the chat like, what? WTF? What are you talking? I'm like, I can't explain it. She tried to fake her own death. She had this pretend wife that actually didn't even really exist. That I was talking to because she had two Patreon accounts, one for her and one for her wife, even though her wife didn't actually exist and it was just her having two accounts. So I would think she had a wife. Uh, I don't know. But that's why I'm not making friends from the internet at the moment because I don't trust anyone because the stuff that these monkeys have put me through. Does that make sense? Seems like a smart thing to do. Be like, yeah, because when I first met Hildegard, she was awesome. She was awesome. We had so much in common. You know why? Because she looked at my social media and she found my favorite musicians, my favorite types of restaurants, my favorite movies, my favorite books, what I was studying. She found out all of these little things about me that you casually put on social media like it's no big deal. And they collate that information They create a persona and they come to you like they're your best friend. You have so much in common. Oh, we're like spirit bonded sisters or something like that, right? Don't do that. All those I love those stupid little things that you see on social media, like um, answer these 20 questions. What's your favorite this? Your favorite that? Where'd you go to school? Where'd you grow up? Da, da, da. Do not answer those. Do not. Those are created by people who want to harvest that information, especially people that like to groom young children. Because children are the ones who love to answer those the most. And they see these posts and they take that information, they create a new account to look like someone their age and be their friend. And they have all this stuff in common. And there you go. There you go. So be careful what you put on social media. Yeah, like if I had realized all this, I'm Gen X, so I didn't get all this stuff way back when. Um, I'm still from MySpace, you know, still catching up to Facebook and stuff. Oh, all this newfangled stuff. But yeah, just from the information that I have on my social media history over the years, people could find out enough information about me to create a persona that I would think would be a friend. Right? Certainly, if you watch all the YouTube stuff I have, you're going to watch Toxic Bliss. You're going to learn a lot about my story with my ex. You're going to learn a lot about how I think, what I feel, what I like, and what I dislike. And that gives you enough information to create an image that I would find attractive as a friend. Right? And they do that. These people like have no life outside of doing this. And that's why you can't just, oh, that person's really nice. I want to be their friend. You can't, because these people played the role of that for months and months. They play the long game, you know, and as soon as they're given an opportunity to jump ship and be your opposition, if you're not giving them everything they want, they will take it. And that time, you've given them a lot of information to use against you. Yep. So yeah, sure there are people out there that have private conversations with me. Sure there are, because I talk to people all the time. I did. I don't anymore. I used to talk to people all the time, and I'm very open. I'm a very open person, way too open. That is not the case anymore. But I don't care if they put them out. If I had a private conversation with someone, right? That was I can try to think, what would be really bad? What would be the worst thing I can imagine somebody having a private conversation? Oh yeah, me. Imagine me and John. Somebody accused me of being John Pryor's best friend today. Okay, so imagine me and John Pryor. Right, he was Chad Daybell's attorney. Imagine me and John Pryor being best friends. Maybe we're even related. Maybe we're dating. Ooh, maybe okay. That's it. Let's go with that. Imagine there was a private text conversation where I'm admitting to someone that I am secretly having an affair with John Pryor. I'm going to barf just thinking about that. But let's go with it because it is the most outlandish thing I could think of. But imagine that. And there's a private where I'm telling someone all about my affair with John Pryor and how I really hope that we get Chad out of prison and I'm going to do everything I can to help Chad. Imagine. Right? That is obviously untrue, you crazy rumor whack jobs. It is not true. Okay. Oh, PJ's, I remember that picture when he went to buy his lottery tickets. Okay, stop. Uh, yeah, focus. All right, so imagine that did exist, and they were like, "I'm gonna put that text message out." Okay, I don't care. You're gonna put text messages out about crap I may have done 5 years ago and think I care? Yeah, I would say, yeah, that was dumb. I was dumb back then. I've grown a lot. Okay. Now what? Oh, well, you said you were trying to help Chad Daybell. Okay, maybe I was. Maybe I was stupid. Some people think Karen Reed's innocent. Some people think she's guilty. One side calls the other stupid. Both sides call each other stupid and completely moronic. What are you going to do? Maybe I thought Chad was innocent. I did not. We're doing examples here. Okay. Uh, but it's like, I don't care. And that's what they don't understand. You know, Lauren, I don't care what you release. Lori Hellis, I don't care what you release. You release private conversations from 5 years ago. So, what you don't understand is it is not going to affect my life today in any way, shape, or form. Because I turn off my computer and you are gone. Do you get that? I have magic powers. I am the biggest witch you have ever known because I can wiggle one button and make you disappear. The power button on my computer. Poof, you're gone. I did it before. I have done it before. And bitch, I will do it again. Actually, maybe not, because I'm having too much fun. This is fun. All right. So understand that I don't care what text messages are out there, what emails are out there, because bitch, I got them too. I got them too. The difference is you have something to lose. You get that, Hellas? You get that, Matthias? You guys have something to lose. I don't. You can't touch my friendships. You can't touch my marriage. You can't touch my family. You can't touch my job. You can't touch my school. You can't touch my. I'm singing a song now. Look, just made a rhythm. You can't touch me. Wasn't that a song? Can't touch this. Down, 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 down. Better not sing it. But realize this. I have taken back my power in a way that makes me invincible to all of your shit. Gertrude, you listening? I know you're watching this. Gertrude, you can't touch me. You want my Facebook account? I haven't logged into that in 3 years. I'll just give you the password. You can stop trying to change it, okay? I don't care. I don't. You have zero goddamn power over me. And you will never get that power back. So you're wasting your goddamn time. You're wasting your time. Now, I need to have a long talk with Kresha, I think, from some of the things I've seen go past in chat. Because Lauren Matthias has certainly been my focus the last couple days, but she is not the only one. I am just getting fucking started. Don't play with me. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to fear. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lie about. But y'all do. Y'all do. And I am tired of having other people tell me their stories privately about you two and the shit you've done to them because they are still too scared to come out. They are still too terrified to tell their story. Even when I'm like, stand behind me, get behind me, and we will tell this story. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, 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 no. I'm like, oh, what did you do to them? What did you do to them that they're still scared of you? You know? I don't know why you think you got to go through life like that. I tried the nice approach. I tried. Hellas, I even gave you a goddamn out. I gave you a golden ticket. You should have taken it. You should have taken it. You didn't. So, we got to go there. We got to go there. Oh, but you worked for Mark Means. Bitch, shut the fuck up. That was 5 years ago. I didn't work for him. You know I didn't work for him. I wanted to work for him because I wanted to edit his papers. I wanted to learn some law stuff. And you know that I was making a beeline for Melanie Gibb. And that man was going to do something about it, right? You know the full extent of my relationship with Mark Means, but still you want to lie about it? Bitch, I'm going to get his ass up here on this live stream. How about that? You think I don't talk to him anymore? Bitch, are you nuts? Are you nuts? You want me to get him up here? I'm sure he's going to have a thing or two to say to you. That's the big D word. And I'm not talking about man parts. You know what I'm talking about. So you check yourself before you push the shit. I don't understand how many times I can say I'm not playing and you guys think I'm playing. That was my throat struggling between guys and y'all. Good guy, y'all. My brain wants to say y'all, but I'm trying to be like, I'm not from the South. I'm really not from the South. Okay, so yeah, I struggled on that word. Y'all, you guys. Oh, goodness. Goodness. So yeah, this is not what I planned tonight. I was going to have a really nice, quiet conversation about what flying monkeys are, why they do what they do, how to break them free of their own destructive cycles, narcissism, bullies. I was going to have I had it all planned out. I love to do really informational videos like that. There's a lot of them on my channel. The Toxic Bliss series is all about that. I really got into the psychology, not as a psychologist, but as just someone who's been studying narcissism for 20 years now. And I wanted to present that to you tonight. And I was really excited about it, especially with a good story about my day out today. But that email, seeing that woman's name pop up in my inbox just set me off, because I am not here to go back to all those years and go through that all over again. What I didn't do last time was get up here and start yelling into a microphone and telling y'all to back the fuck off, because you're not going to like where this is going to end up. That's not a threat. But if you think you're going to lie on me, I am going to come with every goddamn receipt I can find, and I'm going to bring witnesses. Because guess what? I got some witnesses. I got witnesses. And do not think for a second I will not ask Mark Means to come up here on this live stream and tell your ass off. Because, I'm thinking about doing that right now, as a matter of fact. That would be hilarious. Can you imagine if this whole saga for me ends with me interviewing Mark Means on my channel? Oh my God. Just the thought of that is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I think that would be... oh, that would be amazing. Yeah. That would be great. And you know what? Y'all mad at me. Yeah, I talked to Mark Means. Hello. I've been saying that for years. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only. There's somebody in chat right now who's talked to Mark. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people in chat who've also talked to Mark Means. Why? Because you message the guy, he's going to answer you back. He's just a chatty guy. Doesn't mean we're all working for Lori Vallow. Hello. Okay. So that line is so old. I'm so sick of hearing that stupid shit. Don't come at me. If you're one of them flying monkeys and you're going to leave some more comments in my videos about, oh, but you talk to Mark Means, I'm just going to delete you because you're not even worth reading. Just stop. Save yourself the pixel space. Whatever. Yeah, Mark loves to small talk. He really does. And he's a super nice guy. So he answers everybody. All right. But yeah, I'm standing up to power. I'm going really out of bounds tonight. This is not at all where I had wanted to go when I made that first video. This is not. I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be firm, but I wanted to be really nice and really reach out to Lauren and be like, hey, if you stop this now, you can fix it. Here, please listen, this is your last chance, but you got to stop this nonsense, Lauren, and fix it. Rebuild your community. It'll take some time, but you can do it. I don't think I'm feeling that so much anymore. And granted, that's not even fair to Lauren because right now I'm not dealing with Lauren. I'm dealing with people on her behalf, right? And that's not fair because I don't think Lauren told all these people to come out here and start leaving nasty comments. I don't think she did that. She might have. She did in the past. I don't think she's doing that now, but whether she's doing it or not, it's not even fair to her. Oh, Chad, do you see that? Difficult research. I talked to Mark Means too. All right. But don't you dare yell at Kresha. Don't you dare. You come for me. All right. I am putting my body in front of Kresha. She doesn't need me to. She doesn't need me to. She's got this. But I am so mad at you guys for going at the family. I want to be in front because I don't want anybody going at them because you've lost your goddamn minds. Okay? Do not give her any shit. No. Because you can make me mad by coming mad at me. But when I see you go at somebody else, I will be 100 times angrier. I'm one of those people. We had a talk with someone in the comments today about I am the first person to jump up and to defend somebody else before I'll defend myself. That's just how I am. If I see someone getting hurt or bullied or whatever, I will jump right in the middle of that shit. You know? And before I'll defend myself. The silk the way. You can fuck off out of here. This is so over dramatic. Fuck off. I'm done with your shit. You think this is dramatic? Live my life for the past 5 years. All right, then tell me how fucking dramatic you think it is. Get out of here. This is not the day to fuck with me. Okay? I'm trying so hard to get back to my nice, calm, gentle, spiritual, happy, loving self. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. Because that crazy woman popped her head back up again. And I'm like, nope. I played with her last time. I was as nice as pie, the nicest I could possibly be, the most compassionate, understanding, loving person I was. And I hate to say this. This is anathema to me. But sometimes that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I will find my tribe. Okay? If you look back them the last couple of videos, those 1,000 comments or more on each video, and those are only the good ones. I've deleted the nasty ones. So that's 1,000 people at least. There's my tribe. These are people who want a compassionate, understanding atmosphere of love and light and truth and support. That's my tribe. If you just want to go around sowing little seeds of chaos all over the internet and the world, you're not my tribe. Okay? I'm pretty chaotic right now because I'm under attack again by these freaking nut jobs. And I'm just not playing. I'm not playing. So, meh, they can suck it. But I also am here to say I'm not playing for everyone that needs someone to stand up for them too. Okay? If you're being bullied, if you're having cyber attacks or cyber stalkers, if you're having people spreading nasty rumors and stuff about you because they're all butthurt about something, get behind me. Okay? I'm here. I am a large woman. I'm not skinny. I can take it. But get behind me because I am here to fight for all of us and say, we're not taking this anymore. We're not. And I'm not doing that. Oh, I'll create a safe space. I'm not playing safe space anymore. I'm not even doing that. I mean, technically I am because I won't let anyone bully you in my orbit. But I'm not going, oh, just come to your safe space. I'm like, no, give me their name. Let's have it. Give it. Who is your stalker? Who is your bully? Who is spreading rumors about you? Give me their name. Let's go. Okay? I will call everyone out. If I have to do a 9-hour live stream calling bullies out, I don't think I could sit here for 9 hours. My butt would fall asleep. Oh, Diet Coke. Yes, Diet Coke is still my addiction. Still my addiction. So yeah, um, I know that a lot of people have told me that my best would just be quiet. Don't upset the apple cart. Don't call out these haters because you're just going to bring more attention to yourself. Good. Let them come at me. If they're coming at me, they're not going to go after somebody else. All right. And realizing that they have zero power over me in any way, shape, or form is the most empowering. That's dumb to say. Oh, realizing power is empowering. Yeah, I suffer with the English language when I'm speaking live. But yeah, I have been empowered, and I realize now that you can't hurt me. So the fact that I'm holding my tongue on certain things, y'all know what I'm talking about, you who need to know. Um, I'm holding my tongue still. I am giving you a little bit of rope to do the right thing. That's only by my good graces. All right. So you're not threatening me anymore. You're not. Okay. Please understand that. Understand. Um, so yeah, I will probably over the weekend um, do a proper, normal, calm Awen video about how we deal with flying monkeys. What causes them? What makes them do what they do? How can you help a flying monkey stop being a flying monkey? Uh, all that good stuff. The actual proper ways to do things. This is not the proper way. Please don't think that I'm suggesting other people go out and do videos like this. All right? Because you might have something to lose. Right? The fact that I don't give a shit about YouTube, I might come back because it's fun. But right now, I don't care. My channel is. I'm not making money doing this. Okay? Uh, I'm not. They are. Why is Lord Matthias making money hand over fist off this drama? And the people are yelling at me. I'm like, can you stop? You're yelling in the wrong direction because they can't see it. So I've got nothing to lose. You're not going to affect my friendships. You're not going to come between me and Kresha again. You're not. You're not going to turn her against me. You're not going to turn me against her. Because truth is now the platform. Truth is the platform. And if you're doing anything that is not truthful, we're going to spot you a mile away. Okay? So understand that. Uh, you can hurl all your slings at me. You can make up all kinds of, you want to make up text threads so you can publish them? Actually, you know what? I'm bored. Go ahead and message me on Discord. I'll give you some stuff. I'm a really creative writer. I can come up with some amazing conversations. So you message me whatever questions you want, and I'll answer them. I'll follow your prompts. So, if you want to talk about aliens, we'll do aliens. You want to talk about John Pryor and my affair with John Pryor, we'll do that. Guys, I will bet you $100 that tomorrow morning that's going to be the rumor. Awen had an affair with John Pryor. And y'all can bookmark this, say, this is where it started. I'm going to start my own damn rumors. How about that? I had an affair with John Pryor. Good grief. We almost had a love child, but it just turned into a potato casserole. And we had it for dinner. Okay? There's your rumor. Oh. Oh, yeah, that made me gag a little bit. Yeah. All right. So I will give you the rumors, so you don't have to use all that old shit from 5 years ago. You might as well do something new. Okay? Uh, Why don't you go with something like I had gastric bypass, but there was some alien molecules that got into the incision, and now I have this fourth arm growing out of my stomach. You can use Chat GPT to make some pictures. Right? Would that keep you assholes amused? Try that. Okay? Try it. I don't care. Knock your socks off. Um, And the last point that I wanted to make today, uh, circling back to reality, Lauren Matthias, when I first saw her 9 hour, right, I had no idea who Christina is. I wasn't around then. I have no idea who she is. I still don't know who she is. I just saw her TikToks. That's all I know. But I started actually reading about what's going on because I haven't looked at anything. I haven't looked at all these other reports going on. Like, I guess she covered the Richard Allen trial. I didn't watch any of her coverage. Who did I watched Andrea Burkhart. Love Andrea Burkhart. I watched her coverage of it. So I didn't have no idea what Lauren Matthias was doing. Apparently, she got up to some hinky shit in that case. Something about a phone call recorded between the defense attorney and the defendant, and she got that phone call and released it. Oh, really, Lauren? What does that sound like? Something you accused me of. That's why I say every accusation is a confession. You accuse me of something that you turn around and did. I don't even know if this is true. It's just I'm trying to get all this stuff. Wait, she was mean to Andrea Burkhart? Oh, she better not have been. I love Andrea. Goodness. So it was a different trial that wasn't Richard Allen? Okay. Yeah, I'm just starting to get all of this other information that there are years of information that I have never even heard of yet. I haven't even heard of all this stuff. Something about the Richard Allen trial, something about what was that other some other trial that she got involved in somehow. Um I'm trying to watch chat to see. Murdoch. She was involved in Murdoch? No way. No way. Oh my goodness. That was a great trial, by the way. I loved watching that. See, I wish I had stayed on YouTube because we would have had the best time covering that trial. That would have been unbelievable commentary. Very sad I missed that one. Maybe we should just replay it anyway, just for fun, because the fun we'd have just talking about it. Oh, remember the time when that little lawyer dude uh, turned around holding the gun and pointed it at the prosecutor? I was like, oh, I will never forget that. That was insane. Yeah, that trial was crazy. But yeah, so there's all this stuff about Lauren Matthias that I don't even know yet. Oh, the Delphi coverage. That's what it was. Delphi. I followed Defense Diaries, Andrea Burkhart, couple people for Delphi. I am on their side. I am on the Richard Allen. I don't know if he did it or not, but isn't that the point? If you can't tell if someone did it or not, why are they in jail for the rest of their life? Uh, there's a problem there, right? So whatever. I don't want to get into the Delphi trial, but I've heard that her coverage of Delphi trial was incredibly problematic. Um, but I need to look into it. I can't sit and watch her video. I just can't do it. Right? My rage levels can't take that. But yeah, there's a lot that I have to look into about some of the shit that Lauren's gotten into the last couple of years since I've been gone. She's certainly been up to no good from what I can see. All right, something about just today there was a story about when Christina was served at CrimeCon and kicked out of CrimeCon. Apparently, she hadn't even gotten the order of protection until that day. What? I don't know how that's working. I got to look at the documents and times and dates and stuff. But that's a problem. I mean, there are so many problems. Every time I refresh Twitter, it's a whole new 10 Lauren Matthias problems. They have nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with the Valor Daybell case. So she's been up to shit in all these other cases. Yeah, that's got to stop. That's got to stop. It just got to stop. This woman has got to retire and go get a new job. That's that line from a Swish Swish Bish. How does it go? Um, your work is tired. You should retire. You're about as cute as an old coupon expired. That's the dumbest line I've ever heard. But boy, that made me laugh today. Okay. All right, Katy Perry. Katy Perry and I have a thing going now. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, there's a lot of Lauren Matthias stuff that I have not even started to look at. All the Grayson. Grayson is a whole topic unto herself, you know? So I don't even know what's going on with Grayson. Like, oh, goodness. Um, yeah. I did know a long time ago, though, that one of Lauren's people was putting money on Lori's books because Mr. Means asked me if I knew who that person was. So there's that. There's that. Uh, but all this other stuff, I don't. I still need to learn because this is a fascinating rabbit hole of crap. It is. So, oh, good. I'm getting checking up on chat. If you have any questions for me, right? If you want to ask me about the Mark Means thing or the Lori Hellis thing, whatever you want to ask me about, feel free, drop it in chat. If I can answer it, I certainly will. Some things I can't answer because I will not put anyone else in jeopardy. Okay, there are innocent people connected to all of these things, and family members connected to all of these things, and I will not put any of them in the line of fire. So be mindful of that with your questions, that I may not be able to answer it. How on earth does John keep his job after this? John, oh, I thought you were talking about Pryor, my lover. John, I don't think John should keep his job after this. I've seen him diagnose people on a YouTube video that he's never even seen in person. You can't do that. That is against every ethical thing for psychology that there is. So, yeah. Let's see. Have you seen the current stuff on Reddit today? No, I don't look at Reddit because all those years ago when they did this to me, they did it primarily through Reddit, and I kind of have like Reddit PTSD. If I go look at Reddit, no, no, it'll set me off. So I have no idea what's on Reddit. Probably don't want to know. Don't care. Let's see. Docket Decoder. Yes, the Docket Decoder. I just found that somebody mentioned that channel to me in a comment on one of the videos. That's one heck of a channel, Docket Decoder. Um, if you have a link to it, Mod, you can go ahead and drop it. What an interesting channel that is. So there's tons of videos that I want to dig through. Really good stuff. Yeah, that's true. Ruth Ann says that Dr. John was diagnosing all of us. We have some kind of mass psychosis because we don't like Lauren. Okay. All right. Whatever. Why do I never show my face? That's a good question. Um, you're here on my channel, right? If you click on my channel to go see all of the videos, there are hundreds and hundreds of videos on this channel. 99% of them have me in them. Okay, so if you do a little detective work before asking questions like that, you'll find your answer. I also talk about it in 2 of the last 3 videos I did, but I'll answer you again. I am not on camera because I don't have a camera. Because all those years ago when I walked away from YouTube in a fit of temper, I swiped my desk, I swiped my camera, the other microphone I used to have, a couple of ring lights. I just swiped it all into a box and I threw it out in a fit of rage over the trauma of having to quit my YouTube channel because people are crazy. So I am looking for a new one. We did shop at Best Buy today, but I didn't really like them. I need a nice small USB webcam. I don't want a big fancy, SLR, whatever it's called, camera. I just want a nice little webcam thing that I can just stick on my desk. So I didn't find one I liked, but we'll probably find one online and order it. I should have it in maybe a week tops. However, I also have a chipped front tooth that I need fixed before I go on camera because I am wicked self-conscious about my broken tooth. I don't like it. I would have to sit with my hand over my face, which I guess I could do. Or maybe there's filters that would fill that in. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I'm not on camera. Not because I don't want to be on camera. That is my real picture, you see. And if you look at any of my other videos, except these last couple days, you'll see me. All right. And I play with filters. I have all kinds of different hairstyles, makeup. I was really into makeup, long nails, sparkly nails, lots of cool jewelry. So yeah, go check me out. Okay. Yeah, I'm fat. I'm telling you right now. You don't need to leave me a message telling me I'm fat. Okay. I get it. Sheesh. Anyway, that was a long answer because I'm mad about that. People have been asking me that all week. Where did you get the name Eowyn from? It's not a dumb question. I am Welsh. Owen Reese is a family name, and I'm using it here because that is, if I could legally change my name, well, I guess I can if I wanted to, but my name would be Eowyn Reese. Um, it's not pronounced Awyn in Wales. We pronounce it Awyn here because it's just easier to say. The Welsh would be Awen, Awen, not just Awen. It's a very particular thing of how it's pronounced in Wales. So Awen Rees is what I go by. Rees is a very common Welsh name. It is part of my family surname. So there you go, Awen Rees. That is me. Let's see. Why don't you think Lori Hellis didn't sue Lauren for? Oh, I think she's working on it. I don't think she sued her yet. Um, I'm pretty sure she would. If it depends. If Lauren gave out like 2 or 3 copies, there's probably not a lot of grounds there. But if she gave out 10,000 like Lori Hellis claims, there's a big claim there. Lori Hellis can be litigious, so I would expect her to file a lawsuit, and I think she should. I really think she should. All right, sorry, I had to scroll back. Missing questions. Um, the Alec Baldwin was. Oh, Lauren was involved in the Baldwin trial too. Goodness. She can get around. There must be something wrong with us for not believing her highness. Crusher, we are difficult. People have labeled you and I really difficult. That we're just difficult. We're just difficult. The L mom. I have reached out to Jen. Uh, she's been switching phone numbers because of hacking issues. And the last number that she gave me about 6 months ago, I tried it last night. I left a voicemail. I don't know if it's even a valid phone number anymore. I hope it is. I've reached out to her. Hopefully, we'll hear from her. I think she needs to be part of this. Wait, aren't we looking at your face in the photo? Yes, you are. Norman Fish, that is my face. And actually, if you all want to see my current face, on Twitter today, I posted a picture because I was out driving in the car and I felt cute. um, you have seen John's display of anger towards Lori Hellis at the end. Yes, I did. I actually saw that on Turtle Boy last night. Um, I was shocked that someone who calls themselves a psychologist could not muster their reaction to the point of coming across semi coherent. Yeah, he went off on Lori House because she cut him off while he was talking. Oh, because that was going to be such a good answer. That was going to be my best answer ever. And she cut me off. I'm like, dude, don't. Why don't you take your Mormon wife out for a dirty soda? Isn't that a thing you do? Go have a dirty soda. Calm the fuck down. Yeah, that was crazy. Uh, I probably shouldn't be giving you all of these really big opinions. Let's see. It feels more interactive. Yeah, Karen, I really, honestly, I use a cam all the time. I just don't have one at the moment. But yeah, you can go back and watch all my other live streams. I'm always on camera. Sometimes not if I've had a cold or guess what? You want to know another secret? Here's a dirty secret about me. I smoke cigarettes. Oh my god. That's gonna be all over Reddit tomorrow. Eamon smokes cigarettes. Ah! So yeah, when I have a cigarette, I turn the camera off because you don't smoke on camera. Some people do, I guess. I don't. So yeah, that's when the camera's off. Uh, Goodness. Oh yeah, Kresha, did you ask me last night if we were gonna do a live at 10 a.m. this morning? Because that's what I thought, and then I was like, oh, maybe she said 10 p.m. or what is going on? I mean, have I lost my mind, or was it somebody who wasn't actually you said that? That could have been. I don't know. That was weird. I was like, I'm just gonna go shopping. I gotta go shopping. Kristen, my husband, vapes. Yeah, I don't like it. Because actually no, I love vaping. I love it. But after I vape for a while, they're like, okay, now I gotta go out for a cigarette. I can't use the high nicotine vapes because they kill my chest. They're off. I just can't do it. So I use like the 3 gram Nick, and then I still need a cigarette because it's not enough. So I stopped vaping. But I smoke a tenth of what I used to. So I'm doing better. Doing better. Um, I was the best legal documentarian back in the day. You know, Maureen, thank you for saying that. Maureen Walsh, I remember you. Hi. Oh God, I love seeing names that I remember from all that time ago. Um, that was what I primarily focused on with the Vallow Daybell case, was reading all of the court documents. I'd get it as soon as it came out. I would instantly start recording a video, get it on the screen, read the entire document, and then, if I could, explain what it meant. If I couldn't, I would ask someone to help me explain what it meant, like usually Lori Hellis. And honestly, Lori Hellis was fan freaking tastic back when her and I were in a good place. She was amazing. She was the best sidekick, I guess, because she was on my screen a lot. She was wonderful. If she could go back to being that, man, I'd be so happy. Anyway, but I would read every court document. I was one of the only people on YouTube back then uh, who had every single court document as it came out live on the channel with explanation. And that was one of the reasons that I was talking so much to Mark Means, because the guy could not type a document to save his life, and he didn't have like the big law office where they have paralegals and all this stuff and secretaries. And so I was like, please, for the love of God, let me proofread your documents, because I'm the one that has to sit here and read it out loud. No one else was doing that. They don't read the whole thing out loud in court. I was the only one who had to sit here and read this stuff, and it was painful. So yeah, and I keep nobody believes me when I say that. Like, I said that 100 times during all the live streams back then. Every time I was reading a document, I was like, "For crying out loud, Mark, get a proofreader." I said that thousands of times. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was what my jam. I loved doing that. Uh, just check in chat, because I want to answer. I wanted to show you that I'm totally open to answering questions about any of this stuff. If you want to know, if you've seen a screenshot, hey, when I saw a screenshot that says this, what does it mean? If you ask me nicely, I will tell you. But if you come at me with stuff like, oh, I saw a screenshot that you did this, you're terrible, explain yourself. No, I'm not going to explain myself. Okay? How you approach me is exactly the energy I'm going to match for how I'm going to answer you. All right? So think of it that way. Did I ever read the Franks memo in the Richard Allen case? I've never seen a court document like that. I did. I read it, well, obviously to myself, because I wasn't making videos. That case, uh, mm, that Richard Allen case bothers me to the core of my spiritual being. I cannot believe the stuff that happened in that case. I cannot believe the judge got away with what she got away. Judge Gull, I mean, I thought Judge Canoni was an issue. Judge Gull is probably the worst judge I have ever seen in my life. Hopefully, we'll never see that again. But yeah, I think Richard Allen, that's a bother. That's a problem. I have people who care and want to be part of your tribe. Mama Bear, this is it. This is my tribe. It's gonna take me a while to start opening up to people again and letting people in close to me. I hate that. I hate that. It's not fair to any of you, but I hope you can understand why. Okay. I hope. Please try to bear with me. Like, someone asked me if I was going to open my Discord again. I'm like, Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I love having the Discord going. It is the best way for everyone to chat and get to know each other and make friends and play games and all that. But people get way too close to me if I have Discord up. So I don't know. I'm going to go slow. PJs, you remember the Discord? We had one of the first big true crime Discords, right? Paul had the first one because I made it for him. I was like, Paul, let me make you a Discord. He's like, what on earth is a Discord? I was like, you want a Discord? He hated Discord. He could not stand it. But we all loved it. And he was like, you guys have your fun. So we had fun. We had a great time on Discord. But then he wanted to phase his out. When I split off to my own channel, I made my own Discord. It is so much fun. It's like a constant walking around with your own, I don't know, it's not Facebook or anything like that. It's a big area where everyone hangs out. There's channels for everything. Like, I have, 150 different channels in my Discord with every aspect of the Vallow Daybell case, because I haven't cleaned it out yet, because why? Uh, but it's so much fun. But people can send me private messages instantly. Anybody can. And people would send me lots and lots of messages. I actually had to get in the habit of turning my phone off every night for bed because they would send me messages. My phone would go bling. And if I didn't answer the message, they would call me because you can call in Discord. You can do voice calls. And my phone would start ringing in the middle of the night. And they're like, "Oh, hi, I just want to talk to you." I'm like, "You're in Hawaii." They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm Central Time Zone." Oh, oh, oops. Yeah, oops. What are you doing? Or people would call me from England or Ireland or ugh, it's so invasive. That was what I didn't like about Discord is I couldn't just turn it off and go away because even if it's off on your phone, it's still kind of running and crap just pops up. So that made me insane because people would not respect that boundary of do not call me in Discord unless you are like a personal real life friend of mine. Okay? Don't. They wouldn't. And so we'll see about Discord because I do love if I continue on YouTube and I'm going to do actual content, I get in some ideas, then yeah, I'll clean up Discord, get all the Valo stuff out of there, and we'll start over. But we'll see. But yeah, it was pretty invasive. Um, let's see. You can email Lori. Who, me? I can email Lori who? Which Lori? There's quite a few Loris knocking around. I could email Lori Hellis. I'm not emailing Lori Hellis. I'm see. All right, let me explain Lori Hellis. Lori Hellis and I have some frickin' history, right? But at the moment, I, in my mind, have a truce with Lori Hellis. Okay, if she doesn't piss me off, I'm not gonna piss her off. Why? Because she's the enemy of my enemy, right? And as long as we keep that, Lori Hellis, if you're listening, let's keep that truce going, and we're both gonna be okay. Okay. So, and I'm almost on her side. I'm having some cognitive dissonance about Lori Hellis because I enjoyed our friendship so much, but I was so devastated by the shit that they did, Lauren and Lori. Devastated that I don't think I can go back to that. And it hurts. It hurts because when you really like someone, you hope maybe you could reconcile someday. I don't think we can. And that's something that I need to talk to Crush about. Okay, because if Lori Hellis hurt that family, there is no going back. It's not an option. No matter how much I may think it would be fun, never going to happen. Never. Um, and Lori Hellis and I have some nasty history back and forth. We really do. Uh, she's got some shit on me with the Mark Mean stuff because remember she was my giving me legal counsel. She wasn't my lawyer at the time, but I was asking her questions about my legal culpability for things. Should I do this? Should I not do that? Can I do this? Can I do that? She very wisely told me, if you're going to get really close to Mark Means, if you are going to work for him, you got to stop doing YouTube. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to work for him then. I don't want to stop doing YouTube. So she gave me a lot of very good, sage advice. But as a result, she knew everything that was going on with me and Mark Means. And I'm sure she has some very craftily collated text threads. And I think she's put most of them up. But and so what? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm allowed to talk to whoever the flip I want. And so is Mark Means. Okay? So um but so I'm not afraid of what she has on me, but she might want to be concerned about what I have on her. You know? I mean, let's just call it what it is. You're going to threaten me about releasing text? Fine. I'm going to threaten you about releasing your text. Now what? Let's call ourselves at an impasse and leave each other the fuck alone. We could try that. Or come on a live stream with me. You bring all of your texts, and I'll bring all mine. And we'll see who wins. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. You guys would think that was fun. Oh, yes, you would. So, this is what I'm saying, is they have no power over me. Because what are they gonna do? I haven't said a word to anybody in the last like 5 years. You've got nothing on me from since that time forward. Not a damn thing. So what are you gonna do? You ain't got no receipts, girly. I got the receipts. I got the receipts. Uh, the receipts are there's some stuff out there about me and Mark Means. Some of it is true. Some of it is actually faked. Because I mean, I was there. I know. But not all of it is. Some of it is. Some of it is carefully collated, like a piece from here and a piece from there, a piece are put together to look like it's a coherent thread, which it is not. They know that. They know that. But even if every single thing that was out there was true, guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Okay? Plastic Girl. Plastic Gut? What the hell is that? Plastic Gut, nice name. I'm horrible like Lauren. No, I'm not. You know why? Because I don't go on the offensive to try to hurt people. Okay? This is called being on the defensive because they put me here. Right? Try to understand the difference. Good luck. And whatever your plastic gut is, you should probably see a doctor. I hear Dr. John has some appointments available. Good luck. Uh, yeah. What the heck? So yeah, um, I don't care. I don't care what receipts they have. All right. And I know people can't believe you cannot believe that. You can't. But like I said earlier, if they had receipts of me talking about my affair with John Pryor, the love of my life, because he used to buy me lottery tickets at the grocery store. Even if they had those, I don't care. I don't. Because it does not affect my life at all. It doesn't. It doesn't affect me at all. So if that makes it, but honestly, if that makes them happy to bring all of these out and talk about how terrible I am and, oh my God, look, she worked for Mark Means. Okay, great. Great. Um, but that keeps them busy and that keeps them away from the family and other people that they've hurt. So the best thing in the world is for them to come at me with anything they've got because that keeps them from hurting somebody else because they can't hurt me. It's like, have you ever taken a self defense class? I did. I had a boyfriend before my husband, who is a martial arts instructor, and he made me take these self defense classes so I would be safe in the streets. And it was hilarious because the guy in the big suit, the big blow up suit, the big padded thing, and he'd be like, "Okay, attack him." And I would punch him as hard as I could, and the guy would just stand there and laugh at me. Right? That's what they're doing to me. Okay, and that's okay with me. All right, not the flying monkeys are different. They're just annoying as fuck. But Lauren and Lori and whoever, if they want to come at me, they can. I'll stand there and let them beat on me until they pass out from exhaustion because they can't hurt me. They can't. Okay? So, uh you need to collect your check if yeah, I didn't get a check from Mark Means. And the one scoop that he gave me to publish, he scooped me on himself because he posted it on Twitter before I could post it on YouTube. So, working for him was a chore. Man, and this guy wanted like fresh coffee every day and his tan suits ironed and he never had a matching tie and he had antlers on his wall and he wouldn't let me take them off. Yeah, working for Mark Means was a chore. But yes, Caesar, I would kind of I'm really thinking about asking him if he'd come on for an interview. 'Cause he certainly can now. He certainly can. He's free to speak to whoever he wants to. He can't talk about the case ever. Uh, that's just a thing. That's how it goes. But he can talk about me. He can talk about our relationship. He can talk about what we did. He can talk about all kinds of things. He can talk about Lori Hellis and Lauren Matthias. Right? So, yeah, they can. Um, oh, one more thing. Because I'm thinking now, all right, now I've baited them. to come at me. I've baited them to put all their stuff out. Come on, let's go. Get all your receipts. Let's go post them. Don't put them on Reddit though, Lauren, because I don't go to Reddit. Put it somewhere where I can actually see them, just so I can take part in this. Um, and they're going to tell. One thing that they said back then that they're probably going to say again, just so you get a heads up, is they reported me to Rob Wood's office. Yeah, they did, not knowing that I had already have an open line of communication with Lieutenant Ron Ball and Lieutenant Hermosillo, Detective Hermosillo, and Rob Wood. And I almost got to talk to Rachel Smith. One time they said, "Do you want us to get Rachel Smith to talk to you?" I was like, "Oh, fangirl, like nuts." I was like, "Oh," but it never worked out, which sucked because man, Rachel Smith is like one of my heroes, really. Hold on, I have to cough again. I have to mute my mic. Allergies and I haven't had a drink. So yeah, they absolutely did report me to Rob Wood's office. I'm not entirely sure what they reported me for. I wasn't doing anything, but and even somebody said that in the comments today. Awen, I'm just gonna tell you, I emailed Rob Wood with your videos. Okay, good for you. Good job. 10 points for you. Right? Because yeah, I was talking to Mark Means. You think I wouldn't be talking to the prosecution too? You fucking dumbasses. You think they must think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I started talking with Hermosillo and Rambal over a blackmail attempt. I called them to report it because it had to do with the case. And they took it very seriously. And thus began my open line of communication with them. Long before any of these nutcases reported me to Rob Wood for making videos on the internet. So yeah, yeah. Uh, yes, Rob Wood was not busy enough that they had to. I think they kind of mass reported me. They all got together uh, and reported me to Rob Wood for making YouTube videos. Okay. And she's working for Mark Means. Rob Wood's like, okay, all right, because Rob Wood knew that I was talking to Mark Means because that was part of my communication with Ball and Hermosillo about the blackmail. Because they were, of course, they're going to say, well, why are you being blackmailed? Because I'm talking to Mark Means and they know and they want to plaster it all over the internet. And they're like, well, that's fun. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Right. So they knew about it. They knew the extent of it. Obviously, they had to know these things. And I'm just like, so, okay. I'm trying to be like, we're having fun. Are we having fun? We're not having fun. I was kind of having fun because it was silly. But yeah, they have all of those records. So you want to push this, guys? All right. All right. But think. But yeah, maybe I could get Ray Hermosillo to come on and talk about it. Because actually, I have more emails with Ron Ball, quite a few more. Ray Hermosillo was usually, and we did voice calls, and they would both be in the room, and so we talk about stuff. He was mostly in the voice calls. Most of the emails were with Lieutenant Ball. They are both the most stellar, amazing, wonderful gentlemen I have ever had the pleasure of dealing with in law enforcement. All right, let me say that very clearly. Ron Ball and Lieutenant Hermosillo are absolute stars. They are. They are absolute stars. I could not possibly think higher of them. I could not possibly think higher of how they dealt with all of this stuff when it was going on with me. Yeah, I have more respect for them than any law enforcement officer I've ever met anywhere. Those two are unbelievable. So, uh, I'm sure if I put a call out, I don't think they would want to. They don't want to come talk about internet YouTube drama, but I'd be like, hey guys, remember all this stuff? Please, just for little old me, just do me a little favor. And what do you think that would do to these two yahoos over here? Screaming, I called Ron Wood. Yeah, okay. Lieutenant Ball's going to come on my live stream tonight and tell us all about it. You want to come on too? Want to have a chat with them? Hmm? I'm not the one who threatened Judge Boyce either, telling him he needed a ladder and a lunch. You don't say that to a judge. What are you doing? Oh my God. So, yeah, they're not threatening just me, they're threatening the judge up in here. Okay. So, I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid. Anyway, I have been on here way too long because I just went on Rant Town tonight. Absolute, unscripted, angry Rant Town. Angry. But I'm also laughing because it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. So, yeah, Gertrude, do not email me again. If you want my Facebook account, I will just give it to you. You can stop trying to reset the password. I'm keeping my Twitter account, my Gmail, my YouTube, my Google account. I'm keeping all those because I use those all the time. You can have Facebook. It's all yours, girl. All right. Actually, next time you try to reset the password, I'm just going to say, go ahead, change it, remove the code thing so you can just have it. Try that. That'd be fun. But yeah, but don't email me. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to think about you. As far as you're concerned, I don't exist anymore. Okay? Pretend that I faked my own death and I'm gone. Okay? Go live your life. Please. Good Lord. And you can be mad at me all you want. You start acting up, I'm watching you. Okay? I do have a detective who has many reports about you. We've got your new IP address now, put your email. Think about it and slowly roll. All right. I'm not threatening you, but I'm saying back off because I am not playing. I didn't press charges against you before. I will this time. I will. It's too much. Go away. Hildegard, you know who you are. You faked your own death. It didn't go so well. Uh, don't email me. Stay away from me. I don't want to talk to you either. Okay. Flying monkeys, you will continue to be deleted on site because you clearly aren't thinking very well. You're also asking me dumb questions and leaving comments. Clearly, you haven't watched any of the videos. Watch them first. If you want to have a quiet, seasoned discussion, I am all up for that. I love a good debate. I love a good talk. But you got to at least know what you're talking about. Somebody today accused me of, um, I can't believe you would consider working for Chad Daybell's defense attorney. And I'm like, um, this is what happens when you run off half-cocked, not listening to a video. I never worked for John Pryor. I didn't. Oh no, wait. Oh, I forgot. I forgot my own rumor. I had an affair with John Pryor. Right. Right. We got to stick with that. That's what I should have told him. But no. So they don't even know what they're talking about when they yell at me about this stuff. It's like if you don't even know which defendant is the right one and the name of the attorney, then you don't have enough information to have an opinion about what I may or may not have done. You don't. You don't have the right to have an opinion until you know what the hell you're talking about. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. So, early hours AM, just saw you were live. Oh, okay. Hi, Keeping. I'm glad you're here. Right, so that is nothing of what I wanted to say tonight. I didn't get to any of the good stuff that I had planned, so I'm going to actually try to do a proper recorded video. Hopefully, the power's been flickering here for 2 days now because of all the wind and cold air and stuff. It gets cold here and the power goes out. We're not accustomed to cold weather down here. I'm in the south. I'm not telling you where. You don't need to know. But yeah, it's cold and windy. So power's been flickering. Great. Thankfully, it stayed on for the whole live stream. All right, but I'll try to make a nice, proper video with my normal, calm, happy self. Please give me the grace to let me apologize for this stream. This is not what I intended. I don't usually get up here and start yelling and ranting and raving like a lunatic. That woman just set me off and set me off in a way on a path. I don't want to go down that path again. So I'm stopping it right now. It stops right the fuck now. It's over. It stops. Done. I'm not going to let it continue. I'm not going to be nice and all that stuff and all mushy mushy and oh, poor Gertrude. Okay, I'll be your friend. No, I'm not playing that game. Woman, you're crazy. You are absolutely stark raving nuts, and I'm not going to pretend to be your friend. So, nah, there, go away. My husband is going outside for a cigarette, and I really want to join him. So I'm going to do that. Kresha, do you want to talk tonight? You can call me if you want. I'm just going to go sit outside, so we can talk about whatever that thing was going on you mentioned earlier. Because I probably want to know what that is. I probably want to know. It's quite possible that if Lori Hellis is acting out, that I may have to start doing some more videos because I'm not taking any shit from her either. I'm not. So I may have to have a discussion. I just want to make sure Kresha hears me before I sign off. So yeah, Kresha, if you want to talk about whatever that is, you got my number, girl. You just call me. Bond, what I'm thinking of doing. All right, here's what I'm thinking of doing. Okay, I'm delayed myself again. So many of the comments are saying, uh, "We love your voice. It's so calming. It's so soothing." When I'm calm and soothed, obviously. But what about pre-recorded, pre-recorded true crime bedtime stories? That's what I'm thinking. I kind of want to do that. Okay, Kresha's going to call me. So yeah, that's my idea for actual content going forward when all this garbage is done. Because I would love to do that. I love true crime stories. I love sleepy bedtime videos. I think that would be fun. I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I don't even need to be on camera because you're supposed to be sleeping with your eyes closed, not looking at the screen. So there, that works all around. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put some thought to that. I will have something up this weekend. If something kicks off, I'm going to just do another live. You may see me pop over on Crush's channel. I may be on Turtle Boy. We're doing it. We're doing it all. We're doing everything. So I will be around. My email is always open. It's in all of my old videos. Just click on one, you'll find the email. I am available to talk to. I will talk to anyone that reaches out. I may not be your best friend because I'm scared, but I will talk to you. Okay, so please take care, everyone. Keep those flying monkeys away. Keep those bullies away. Take no shit. All right? We are the Take No Shit Club, and we're not taking any shit. So have a great night. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you to my core. And Kresha, I'll talk to you soon. Good night.